Are we live?
Yep.
Let's do this, guys. Welcome, everybody, and welcome to the Man United Agenda. We're here to talk everything beautiful about the Manchester United and Barcelona game. Well, everybody, how are you? Welcome to the Man United Agenda. I'm joined tonight by Amandi Juma. How are you doing, Amandi?
I am in the best of moods right now. Very happy about that performance and the win to go through. And up yours to anyone who doubted us. We are a real team, and there's so much to talk about. I can't wait to go in. And I'm really pleased to be with Stuart and Pat Lawless as well. But first of all, guys, I want to give a big shout out to Stephen Fleetley. And if you don't know Stephen Fleetley, he's an Arsenal fan, best content guy, one of the best out there. And he's in my thoughts, he's in my prayers right now. Got into an induced coma. He's at afterlife care, 25 years old, been fighting liver disease since his birth. And yeah, we've got some sad news. But our thoughts are with you, Stephen. And we're going to celebrate your life because for all the impact you had on my life and everyone in the sporting community, podcast community as well. So this goes out to Stephen Fleetley. We're with you, bro. We're with you. Fight this.
Monday, it's never good to hear that, and our sincere apologies and condolences. Well, not condolences, but we hope all the best wishes go out to his family and friends and his nearest and dearest. But Stuart, how are you keeping? I haven't seen you in a while, man.
I'm literally just coming from the pub, and I've told the missus I'm on the agenda. I don't think you should sit happy, are you?
She's not going to start throwing plates at you now, Stuart, is she?
All good. I'm all good, Pat. All good.
Oh, that's what I like to hear. So, lads, thank you very much, everybody, for joining us tonight, whether you're in the panel or you're in the chat. Make sure you give us a like, share, and subscribe. It doesn't cost that, and it helps us grow, because that's all we want to do is, as a channel, is grow. Now, guys, what a cracker of a game. Like, it's supposed to be called the Europa Cup, the Europa League. That was a Champions League performance tonight by both teams, by both managers, by every player on the pitch. That did not feel like any sort of mediocre Champions League performance by anybody. It was great to watch. I really enjoyed it. And for the first time in a while, we're the ones coming out on top. And isn't it a good feeling, lads? How do you feel, Amanda? Because I know I am absolutely buzzing.
Yeah, over the moon. I mean, look, the 2 games as a spectacle, top draw. That's what we want to see. Those are the nights we want to see back at the club. Makes us feel good, doesn't it? Imagine, Stuart, I know, Stuart, you go to games, but I could hear the atmosphere through my screen, and I was thinking, wow, if Stuart was there tonight, it would be special. And he had a ticket as well, and he didn't go, but you must be gutted. But honestly, Pat, like you say, man, these are the nights that we dream of. This is very special. We will remember this, the 2 games, over the 2 games, it was real head-to-head. Great for the football, great advert for football. And overall, I'm just like looking at players, I'm looking at the manager, and I'm thinking, take a bow, because we've come such a long way in such a short time. There's so many epic games this season where we've really shown our mettle and shown we've got something about us now. So today, especially, I mean, the manager, no matter what problem, he's a problem solver. You give him a problem, he fix it, and send the boys out and make adjustments. Right, the manager's a genius. Look, I don't want to go too much. I'm going to get hyped, but the manager is a Don Gargan, and I love you, Ten Hag. You are the man.
Amanda Juma, will you reel in that emotion and let me get to the questions I want to ask you? Now, Stuart, that game started off, and I really felt it was going to be one of them games where every player was up to it. It was a mistake was going to take. It was going to take a mistake to be the decider, because everybody was going to be putting their best in. Bruno made a mistake. He caused a penalty. How are you feeling up to that? And what did you think of the mistake that Air Captain Bruno Fernandes made? It was a little bit deflating at the time.
I mean, everyone was saying it wasn't a penalty. You know, I think it was a penalty, wasn't it? Come on, let's be honest. It was a penalty. If that was one of our players, we'd be calling it a penalty. But even when Barcelona went 1-0 up, yeah, they had a lot of possession in the first half, but I was still confident. I called 2-1 before the game, knew we was going to win 2-1, and yeah, we done it. Come on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
but
know what,
Stewart,
Stuart,
sorry,
you know what I mean? When you
go
say
ahead,
that
man.
about the penalty, I mean, Bruno gave away the penalty, but he should have scored. What a lovely flow move. Casemiro sent him through, broke up some play, and sent Bruno free, didn't he? And he was 1-on-1 with the keeper, similar to what Rashford had in the first game.
Thing is, Amondi, that's where we need Rashford through the middle in the first half. I know Weghorst is working really well for United, but if that was Rashford 1-on-1, the way he's playing, he would have buried it. But who cares? We're through. It doesn't matter.
Well, the ironic thing is Rashford was 1-on-1 a couple of times with the keeper last week, and he saved with his feet. And by the way, that keeper can spray a ball with left foot, right foot. He's really good. But anyway, I do think it was a penalty, Pat. I do. When you look at it again, it's just a little touch. Just touch him once and let go. But when doing all that, because the guy's going to spin you. Very good player, that Baldi, the left back. Very good, athletic, strong, as a young kid as well. So he's got a good future ahead of him. And it was just unfortunate, really. And with the penalty as well, with that staggered run up, De Gea nearly got a strong hand in it and nearly forced it away. But I don't really get confidence with De Gea on penalties, especially after the Villarreal Europa League final.
In fairness to David De Gea, Amondi Juma, I know you're not his biggest fan, and I know you're not his biggest critic either, right? But he did stand his ground to the best of his ability and he waited until Lewandowski kicked that ball, and he nearly got it right. He got a big hand to it, but it just wasn't enough. And in fairness, he was saving a penalty, trying to save a penalty against one of the most prolific strikers in the world, probably at the moment, and still up there as one of the best. So I have to take my hat off to him. He did do his best. But look, it wasn't a make or break, because as Stuart is saying, which is nice to see, it's not the kind of thing that we've been feeling for a long time, is that we know we have that ace in our back pocket. We have the maestro at halftime, pepping up the lads, telling them what he wants done, making his changes, getting everything ready for the second half, and he's instilled that confidence in us. But before we get to that, Amondi Juma, Wout Weghorst, I think he's a fantastic addition to the Manchester United team. Was he a little bit out of his league in this performance tonight?
No, he's not out of his league. He does the right things. You've got to play to his strengths in a way. I did call for him to get taken off, though, at halftime. I did speak to the boys and say, yeah, you've need to take him off. The reason why is because when you haven't got much pace to get in behind, defensive lines can push up and play and squeeze. And before the game, Xavi said something really key. He said he's going to push high and try to close the ball down near our box, and that's exactly what they did. They almost dominated the first half based on that. So our outlet was either to Weghorst's feet, which that the Uruguayan centre back was coming in and pinching the ball. This is high level stuff, by the way. And it's not going to work. Like, it's 50-50 how many times we played into him, how many times he could hold it off or win it or get a foul or something like that. So the change was natural. It had to come. I think we saw that in the first game as well. Rashford down the middle. That means the defence has to sort of drop back a bit, and it gives us more space to play in and get our foot on the ball. Obviously, they're very technical. Busquets was playing today. We really got around him. So how it started was Sancho was sitting on Busquets. Then we had Rashford out on the left, and we had Bruno on the right, and Weghorst, who was the striker. And so you can see what we're trying. We bluffed them in the first game by putting Rashford down the middle, and I don't think they expected that. This time, it's sort of like maybe too much thinking. Tried to do that. It's no bad thing. No disrespect to Weghorst. It's just that it didn't work with the tactics set up today and the way Barcelona went about it. So when Barcelona go 1-0 up, they're so good at good in-game management. That's why they can see out the first half at 1-0 and manage the game really well, because they're good on the ball, comfortable, and pop it around and then squeeze us in there, knowing that we have to try to get the goal back. So it was, it's good we went into the halftime with that scoreline and had to make the adjustments. And you can see adjustment of attitude. Anthony's come on for Weghorst, which is a good sub. I forgot about him. I didn't really know how fit he was. And we put Rashford down the middle again, and then Sancho on the left, and then Bruno went back to his normal position. So it's the manager has to take credit. Because we played Leeds, poor performance. Next game, straight away, he turns it around. Do you see what I'm saying? How many times has he done this? Arsenal turned it around in the first game at Old Trafford. There's so many examples where the manager made the right adjustments and, give him a problem, throw a problem at him, he fixes it. It's like giving him a Rubik's Cube. It's mash up in seconds. Take that back. That's how you do it. That's how much of a don he is. How do you think, Stuart?
Now, Stuart, before we get
Ten Hag is an absolute genius. Absolute genius. And as for Anthony, I think that's the best 45 minutes he's had for us since he's obviously the Arsenal debut when he scored, but I think that's the best 45 minutes Anthony's played. Incredible second half. Sorry, Pat.
No, I was just going to say, before we get into the second half, on the 45th minute, David De Gea decided just going to play it out from the back. Amandi Juma kissing the teeth, kicking his shoes across the room. I'm hoping the dog wasn't in the room, but my God, how bad was it?
I don't want to talk about it. I'm going to leave it. So I can't, Stuart. I'll see what you got to say.
Stuart, this one is solely for you, my man. Amandi Juma will not answer this question, and I don't want them to answer it either.
I'm still saying De Gea is still. Look, we all know that De Gea's kicking ability is pretty shambolic at times, but he's still one of the greatest shot stoppers in world football. There's no. You can say what you want. Come on, Amandi.
Okay, all right. So, as a goalkeeper, you've got to have all attributes of the game. You can't say, "Oh, I'm great shot stopping, but I can't kick for F." You know, you got to be good at certain. You got to call it out. You got to call this one out, man. That was poor. That was poor. You compare keepers. Barcelona got a keeper who was spraying left foot, right foot, no problem. No problem. 5 yards, no problem. 30 yards, no problem. 60 yards, I'll take a hack at that. He will get there, you know. De Gea gets closed down. They set him a trap. There was a cover shadow, and he tried to pass it between the line. He didn't get close because he was shook. One, it's rattled. Okay, he didn't have to compose, so he was rattled. And two, the passing direction was poor. Now, you go to Mr. B's son's training, and they're playing pass and move. They pass their man after 5 yards, 10 yards. De Gea don't do that. I'm sorry, I have to call it as it is. That was poor. We could have gone 2-0 down. You have to accept. And I knew this would come. Oh, he's a shot stopper. Oh, look, what about his shot stopping? Look at that. Don't be blinded, guys. That was poor, and it is poor. He needs to improve on that.
My opinion on the David De Gea situation on the 45 minute is that I have more confidence, regardless of football ability and shot stopping and what he can do and play the ball out the back, with Luke Shaw. He's playing the games of his life. Martinez, Varane, Aaron Wan-Bissaka. The confidence that I have in these players' performances, that their performances are instilling in me at the moment, is I don't feel worried about their frailties at the moment, but when it comes to the things that David De Gea is doing for playing out the back, I feel like it is a chink in our armour that teams are going to prey on when it comes to the bigger games. And that would be my opinion on David De Gea. But, lads, we got the first half out of the way. Amandi Juma, would you mind getting into some of these comments? And guys, if you haven't already, give us a like, share, and subscribe, please.
Across the pond saying maybe OT. No. We buried them. We finished the game. We've got okay. First reaction show from Jeff. How you doing, Jeff? Glory, Man United. That's from the Man United agenda. But it's not over. Well, the fat lady has sang for Barcelona. They're out of Europe. Sorry, guys. What a result from Glenn. You know Glenn. Glenn's got my mug waiting for me. It's a Harry Maguire one.
And he's no mug.
So what a result, guys. All the way to the final now. Wow, this is massive. Bill Baggio, we had a stroke of luck and the draw to draw the group winners next round. They're all bang average, he reckons. Glenn again saying mugs was sent yesterday, guys. Let me know when you get them, please, and what you think. Of course, no problem. Here from Bill Baggio saying Union St. Galiso, Arsenal. Saying, oh, these are the teams. Have a read, guys. Have a read. I want to say big up to Miko. Miko, did you watch Crystal Palace versus Man United 20 under 21s or under 23s the other day? I watched that today. I've just been watching that today, and I was thinking about you. Hope you're doing well, bro. And it was Iqbal and Manu in the side as well. And I was there to look at the Colombian guy who number 7 who plays on the right. I don't know what you think about him. Anyway, let's go on. I said a long time ago we can win this competition. Said Matthew Bassett. How you doing, Matthew Bassett? Fred says Emma Kay. We know what she's talking about. Frankie, come on, lads. Talk about Frankie De Bruyne. What's his name? Not Frankie De Bruyne. Frankie de Jong. Now this is important. He's sending lots of love and support to Stephen and his family at this time, no doubt. And here's another one. Mr. B being subbed off for Monday. Thoughts with Stephen and the sad loss of Motti passing away today. European night of theatre of dreams. This is great. Big up, boys. United boys forever. And big up to Stuart Marshall as well, because he's got an important day tomorrow. Maybe you can mention that, Stuart.
Yeah, just quickly, some of you obviously know my father passed away a few weeks ago. So it's his funeral tomorrow. So this one's for you tonight, Dad. Rest in peace, son. Rest in peace.
That's right. And what an investment. 6 siblings, 10 grandchildren. Is that right?
That's right, Amondi. Yeah.
Very
Big Man
special.
United fan. So, like I said, this one's for you, Dad.
Very special, Stuart. Very special. And all our thoughts from the Man United agenda with you tomorrow. Funny one here from Rebel. He's saying Newcastle to quote Goldberg, "You're next." Emma saying here, "Told you we're going to come out different in the second half. No doubt, no doubt. Just going to run through to get this done." Ronick saying the team has real spirit. Roll on Sunday. We got 2 minutes of silence, not for Barca, but the 1.4 million paid to the referee association. Oi, says Mr. B, no doubt. Hope we can get Real Sociedad in the next round. Miko saying, happy birthday, Casemiro. Thanks for the birthday present. DM Vlogs, how you doing? What an amazing win. I got a friend who's Barca fans. Love putting in their faces. As the saying goes, United are the team for me. Want to say hi to FD Column. How you doing, man? United are unstoppable, he reckons. Abad is here saying, I've got to be dreaming. Into the last 8. Top source sports secured. Carabao Cup on the weekend. Struggling West Ham in the 5th round. Mad, isn't it? It's just mad what Erik Ten Hag has achieved in the last 8 months. That's a beautiful quote.
Do you know, quickly, Amondi, do you know we're actually unseeded for the next round?
Yeah, I heard that. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Richard Herbert, Andy Herbert, if you're on your, I want you lot on the final, no doubt. And yeah, Miko's just confirming that. Yes, I was there at under 21s at the Palace game. Go and check out the game. I was looking at the youngster, the Colombian youngster game, and I just realised, oh, Miko must have been there. Big up to guys. And RIP, may you get through this at this time. DM Vlogs, that's to you, Stuart Marshall. And one
Thank
more,
you.
sorry, before we sign out. Happy from Thailand. That's boys. Bad Bunny. Well done. Well done. All right, there you go.
So, lads, now we are officially buzzing. We are hitting the second half. Anthony Dos Santos has came off that bench for Wout Weghorst. And, lads, I want to get your opinion on Sancho's performance, okay? Because Sancho picked up that ball, played it to Bruno to Fred. Fred slots it home. Every single one of us were jumping around that house with joy, wherever we were. What did you make of it, Stuart, before I come to Amondi Juma?
Absolutely buzzing when that went in, Pat. Almost thought, I was in the pub watching it, I actually thought it was Rashford at first. The way that's the first touch and the way I think he sort of shinned it, didn't he, in the bottom corner. But it's still a great finish. Incredible finish. He
really lifted us from that goal for the next 10, 15 minutes after that, Fred. His energy, I felt it watching the game. I don't know about you, Amondi. What did you make of it?
Yeah, Fred was buzzing around the place. He was really good today. I think the crowd, the atmosphere, he raised it. And I think if you get something good from Fred, it's going to be his attitude. It's going to be his running ability. It's going to be getting around players. And that's what he did today. And when you talk about the goal, I mean, yeah, I want to give praise and thanks to Sancho because even in these tight areas, when you're playing at number 10, you're always surrounded by players. And his touch is immense. Honestly, his first touch, you pinging a ball, it kills it dead. A couple times, people don't realize like it's nothing. I'm like, oh my God, it's pinged to him, hold it down, control, touch out of his feet and pop it around. And that's how we created the goal. His touch was really good there. And obviously, Bruno squared it across the penalty area, or just outside the area. Fred, with his first touch, took it out of his feet, got away from the defender and hit it again with his right foot. They said it's shins. It was probably laces. And hit it into the goal. What a wonderful goal! And then
he meant it. That's all we can say, lads.
I'm not going to go into too much detail because we might. But the more we analyze it, we might realize that was pure luck. But I'm not saying it. The last two goals he scored was he was on the touchline, one little backflip and one little tap in. So for him to get out his feet with his right foot, his weaker foot, first touch was weaker foot to get it away from the defender. Second touch just to slot it straight down the middle. It was really good goal, and what a start to the second half. Just let me say a few attributes that I'm talking about here. Adjustments made at half time. The crowd was superb. We got smart game management by the manager to bring on certain subs at the right time and to tweak things a little bit. Making the pitch narrow just really allowed us to get around them, get closer to them than we were in the first half and forcing them back. The pace to stretch the defence at the back and the discipline and the character. Anthony definitely showed character today. He was on it.
the effect that Anthony, Anthony of all people was the one that shocked me the most because I didn't expect him to have such an impact coming off the bench the way he did. He was absolutely fantastic. He didn't look like a fella who was coming back into the fold after having a little bit of time away. What was your initial thoughts with Anthony coming on the pitch at half time, Stuart? There was no way you thought you were going to get what you seeing.
I mean, I was cool. The way I saw it, Pat, it's been for the last 7-8 games. It's been the same. Take Weghorst off. I was thinking bring Garnacho, put him on the left or the right, swap Sancho, blah blah blah. Put Rashford through the middle. So when I saw Anthony come on, I was like, oh no, here we go. But who am I to slag him off? Like I said, best 45 minutes he's had in the United shirt, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's his 5th goal this season. He's been in and out the side. But one thing, look, we can still... He's playing against Rafinha today. And if you notice in the World Cup, Rafinha was ahead of him. He was getting the games. He was like the understudy to Rafinha. So I think he had something to prove there. Obviously, it was a big game. I think he's a big game player with the attitude he showed today. Obviously, you've got Casemiro, Fred, Bruno, Portuguese-speaking players out there. They would have been up for it. This is a special game. Back home in Brazil, everyone would have been tuned in, watching. He's got to impress. And I'm not just saying he doesn't do that every game. I mean, playing for Man United, every game is big. But I saw some things today, some character positives from me that I thought, wow, this guy's on it. He's really put his foot in. He's really working hard. He really wants to do something. And have you seen him get into a few scuffles as well? Even when Casemiro got sent off against he was the one. He was the one who instigated all that as well, because he was like getting involved and wanted to, push and shove and all that kind of thing. So I really do have to appreciate what Anthony did today. He still isn't the finished article as in, but what I'd want him to do on the pitch and how we wanted to play him in. But what I will say is that his character stats or whatever has gone up for me, because you never know what a player's got, do you, Stuart? When regarding character.
Monday, would you start Anthony over Sancho Sunday? Be honest. After that performance,
I think it comes down to the manager and what he sees, what's going to benefit the side against the Newcastle side. So it's hard to say because Sancho's just coming back in. Anthony's had a great performance tonight, but he's just coming back in as well from injury.
Exactly.
So we have to be really careful. But what would you do? I mean, what we up
against? I'd keep it as it. I'd probably I'll start Sancho again Sunday. Like you said, we've got Anthony's coming back from fitness. He's not played for 4 or 5 games, is it, or something like that. So yeah, I'd start Sancho Sunday. But what a great sub to have.
Yeah, most definitely. And we've got options. I mean, when you look at it, we've got Garnacho, we've got Anthony, we've got Sancho, who can play all across the front line, that sort of thing. Yeah. Or as a number 10 as well. So many good positives we've got as a side going forward. And obviously, I'm not going to look forward yet, just till Sunday. I'm still want to savor this moment, but I want to say hi to Super Nick. Saying good evening, everyone. I'm super happy. Tears of joy. Timing tactical subs. That made all the difference. Eric Ten Hag is a genius. Yes, she's on the same page as us right here. And Dion Vlogs is saying here, these 2 weeks were very big for us. Anyways, because Barca game, then the final, and then progress to the FA Cup next round, and hopefully beating Liverpool at Anfield. Wow, it's still more to come. Still so much more to come as well. Just want to touch on the
Cup final.
Yeah, Red and Dead. How you doing, man? What's the Man United said? Ten Hag set Barcelona up. Yes, he did, most certainly. Jeff as well is saying, big up, boys. What a night. Can't wait till Sunday. We've got evening all from Ben Elcott. How you doing, Ben? Hope you're doing well. Newbie. Long. Oh, no, it's not. It's you again. Long Shlong. Quick 1-2 touch around Weghorst. He's turning like a dumper truck. Oh, that's a negative comment. And Paddy Sykes is saying that Sancho was shite. Paddy went to the game. Obviously, he's got his opinions on things. Some of us disagree, but yeah, it's fair enough. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. I want to say big up to Matty from Football United TV, doing wonderful work. And go and check out the show he did on Stephen Fleetley, obviously on Football United TV. Go and check that out, guys. Give it some views because Stephen deserves it for sure. Especially after Liverpool got battered by Madrid. Yeah, massive. So we got back in the game early in the second half. It's 1-1 now, Stuart. And the crowd suddenly, that's like a 12th man. What's it like to go to the games? And you described that as like one of the best atmospheres you probably witnessed because you go a lot. Do you think that really helps the players?
Of course it does, especially the Stretford end. The other three sides of the ground don't really seem, to be honest, on Monday. But Stretford End, it's like they stuck the ball into the back of the net. And soon as we got that equaliser, you could sense. I'm not just saying this because I support United, but you knew we was going to win that game. Incredible atmosphere tonight. Incredible.
Yes. You know what? So we're 1-1 now, guys. This second half performance is massive for us. So Bruno, Casemiro, Sancho, they're making third man runs to get us in. We're all over them at this point. It's like a game of two halves. It's like day and night the way we performed in the second half. Bruno kicking the ball at Frankie de Jong when Frankie was on the ground. I mean, he meant it. We know he meant it.
He meant it. He got a yellow.
So what's that about? I mean, do you think it's not got nothing to do with him not signing, is it? It's a proper game, and it's what they do, little art of war, as they say.
Yeah, of course it is. He got a yellow card for that as well, Bruno, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
He did, yeah. Worth it.
Yeah, definitely worth it. I was saying here in my comments, I was saying Varane's passing, bit suspect, as in comparing that to Martinez, whose passing was crisp and unbelievable, his passing out the back. But Varane done really well, worked really hard.
Varane was outstanding against tonight. I know what you're saying about his passing on Monday, but Varane was instrumental against tonight. But Leach is the one. Fernandes, incredible. He's like a brick wall at the centre back, isn't he? He's like a brick wall.
Just want to say, because everyone was talking about Sancho now, like in where was it now? In the 63rd minute, there's a ball played to the back post, and the fullback Koundé got in front of Sancho and got a header in, even though it wasn't like a damn header. It was just came off his head and it was on target. But he made a good save to get it there, didn't he? And what do you think about
great? Great. I thought, you've got to give Sancho a break. I mean, he's been through a lot. He's been through a bad time, obviously. He's just come back. He scored against Leeds. He scored the other day. The boy will come good, I think, on Monday. I love Sancho. I really like Jadon Sancho, and he will come good. Mark my words.
And the guys, Koundé's a lot bigger than him. I mean, these are the things.
Yeah.
When you're wingers, guys, and coming back, you got to do the work coming back. And it's hard. Often you're up against things, and you've got to do those. You've got to be concentrated at all times in that respect. I want to say hi to Glenn again. He said, I can hear the Old Trafford noise here in Somerset. What an atmosphere. And Rebel saying here, where's Paddy Lawless gone? I ducked him for a second to answer the call. He's disappeared like Harry Maguire. Thank you very much. You set me up to say that. Fully Like TV saying, cheers, mate. Great result today. Barcelona deserves credit too for rebuild and making progress for sure. Emma saying here, Paddy, just because you go to games doesn't mean you see everything, and don't talk like you're better just because you go to the games. Does it make a difference when you go to the game, Stuart? Do you see a lot more?
I don't think you do, to be honest. I mean, obviously the atmosphere is a lot better, but to be honest, I think you see more on telly. To be honest, Monday.
Okay, fair enough.
Obviously, you go to the games for the atmosphere, and obviously tonight missing that atmosphere, gutted. But there you go. I've got Sunday to look forward to yet.
So we're talking about adjustments. The manager clearly made adjustments at half time. Big up to Montreal, MEFC, just got home from the pub, massive comeback, and big up kudos to the Brazilian connection, no doubt. So he made subs. He brought off Wan-Bissaka, who played okay, I thought, and Dalot's come back in. Maybe Dalot's good going forward. He's got better composure, maybe. And then Sancho for Garnacho. Just talk to me about those subs. What was that about?
Sancho for Garnacho. I think, like I said on Monday, I would have brought Garnacho on at half time. So I think that was a good shout in the end, to be honest, bringing Garnacho on. He looked lively. I don't know what he's done to his hair, the boy, but there you go. I'm just jealous.
All right, so in the 72nd minute, we score a goal. Martinez, who I thought was brilliant today. I'm not going to say it. Well, we get to the end. We're talking about man of the match and that. But Martinez plays a beautiful ball down to the channel into shore. He gets to the touchline, back heel, and it gives it to Bruno. Bruno crosses it, and Anthony scores. But this is from, first of all, there's a shot from Garnacho, and then there's a shot from Fred, and then he got the deflection of that. And wow, what does he do with that left foot one, man? Beautiful
finish. What a finish. The thing is, everyone knows that Anthony always cuts in his left.
Yeah.
Everyone's saying Anthony is so predictable. He always cuts on the left, but they don't stop him, do they?
So they were 2-1 up. I mean, and you talk about being 2-1 up now. Remember, this is exactly the same scheduling of goals. Look what happened in Nou Camp. So you expect Barcelona to turn up the heat and put it on us now. I thought it was good game management because Rashford came off later on. McTominay came on for legs and put the work in. He sat on Busquets and was giving us, running into the channels to save time and being a bit of a beast out there, And Garnacho played Yeah, in the 78th minute, Garnacho played a beautiful 1-2, like not a short one, a long 1-2 with Fred, and got played in, and he squared it for Rashford, and Rashford just couldn't get there. So with chances coming.
I think he took a knock, didn't he?
Yeah,
Sorry, he took a knock. Apparently, he's got an ice pack on his calf, but I'm sure he'll be all right for Sunday. It's a final, you know.
Oh God, we don't want that. And obviously, lastly, let's talk about the clearance of the line. Lewandowski got in behind and shot on target, and it was Varane who came in to clear the ball, but it would have been offside anyway.
Yeah. All good. Who cares?
All right, guys, let's go for the team. De Gea in goal. Obviously, some really good shot stopping today. And, with the distribution, I'm not having it. I'm giving him 6. Got a hand for the penalty as well, but 6 for me. The distribution again could have cost us dearly. So, what do you guys think in the comments about De Gea? Because I thought that showed up. Because when we bring the ball out from the back, we're missing the whole dimension of play. We could be better than we actually are. What are you scoring him, Stuart?
I'll give that higher 8. Simple fact for that header from Koundé. If that would have gone in, it would be a different game. So yeah, I know what you're saying about his kicking him, Monday, but it's still a great. And you need someone who can make great saves. I mean, look at Lloris at Spurs. He was a great keeper. He's gone. De Gea is still the best.
Just want to say hi to Donovan Williams. Said only Brazilians score tonight for United. Hello, Donovan. How you doing? Big up, man. And Stumpy Canderflock, the top is in the house. He said, we haven't seen games like this since Fergie. That's a massive statement, isn't it? To say something like that. So De Gea gets a 10 from Stumpy Candertop. And Rebel saying here, take me home, country road. I want a place where I belong. He's singing a song right now. Defense, I'm going to go through Dalot and Wan-Bissaka. I thought they both played pretty well. What I felt was impressive with Wan-Bissaka, he doesn't let players get away from him. He's always going to stick a foot out and pinch the ball and go to ground. And he's a dog. And a couple of times, there's a time on the left-hand side where it was a second phase of the play, I think from a corner. He got in on the left and drove at a guy, beat the guy quite easily. His cross wasn't too good. Wan-Bissaka for the stage, I think he gives a 7. And Dalot as well gets a 7 for the time he came on. Varane was good today. I'm going to give him a 7. But Martinez for me gets a 9.
10.
9 or 10, yeah, I'm going to go 9. Actually, I'll give him a 10. Why not? It's a big 10.
Give him a 10, Monday.
Sure gets a 7 for me as well. Really good performance. Your performance, defense, please.
Very much what you said. Dalot and Wan-Bissaka, steady 7. Varane 7. Luke Shaw 7. Martinez. To get a 10, you've got to go somewhere. Yeah. So Martinez, I'll give a 9. He was absolutely immense tonight, Monday. Some of the headers he's putting out towards the end of that game for such a short fella. Are you watching Jamie Carragher, by the
way? Jeff's saying here, Varane and Martinez world class. Do you think they're world class players, or just does he mean world class performance today? Do you think they're actually world class players?
They are world class defenders, 100%. 100%.
Yeah. I'll give him Martinez a 10. I don't give the 10s out lightly, but I think he's outstanding, absolutely. Holding off Lewandowski, using his body to shield the ball, not phased by pressure. That left foot, pinging balls crossfield down the line, really setting things up for it. He's a brilliant player. Outstanding character. He's got that all. Let's go to midfield. We've got midfield today, Fred and Casemiro. And throwing McTominay as well. I'll go first. Fred, I thought was really good. Work rate, what you expect from him, but he was up for it today. He's really put himself about and really showed that he should be fighting for a place for the cup final, maybe. Because of what he put in today. It was a massive performance from him. And I think some people might even give him man of the match. Not me, though. I'm going to give him 8 out of 10. Obviously scored a lovely goal, but it's just getting himself about the pitch. Quality was not the best, so I'll give him an 8. And as for Casemiro, I thought a couple of times he was caught out, but once again, immense character, showed up as well, and didn't hide. So he gets a 7 from me. Please.
I mean, if Fred could pass the ball better, he would be up there with one of the best. He would be up there with the best in the world. I don't know if you're watching Solo, but he'd love to hear that. But second half, Fred was unbelievable. I mean, there was a time down the left wing, halfway inside their own half. He's darted down the left. I'll give Fred an 8 tonight. He works absolutely. He's tireless, Amundi, tireless.
So Emma's going back to De Gea. Emma's saying here, De Gea does put in some good balls, so he can clearly do it. He just needs to be perfect. It's also outfield players need to be in the right positions and make themselves available to receive it. I don't know about that, but yeah, it's like It's a talking point, isn't it? Maybe we should do a whole show on it. Montreal saying, big up the entire Brazilian connection tonight, no doubt. Donovan saying, Wan-Bissaka and Dalot both get 6s. Good endeavour, but no genuine chances created by their work. Shaw gets a 7, steady 7, about 2 9s for the centre-backs. The best combination, Donovan Williams is saying here. And finally, I'm giving the whole team a 10, unused bench included. We won. What a great comeback for sure. All right, let's go to Sancho, Bruno, Weghorst, and Rashford. Rashford, for me, done all right. He done all right. I'm going to give him a 7 today. Done pretty good. Weghorst, poor today. Average 5 for me. And Bruno was outstanding. I'm going to give him an 8. And Sancho, while he was on the pitch, I'm going to give him a 7. He's coming back into form. I'm going to throw in Anthony as well. Anthony, for his character and what he showed, and scoring the goal as well. I'm going to give him a 8. It's a bit high, but 8.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and finally, Garnacho, he came on and done really well at the right time. In these sort of stages of the game, we're late in the game, where it's open and thing, that's where he really can do some damage. And I thought I'll give him a 7 because he really put it in and really scared them because they were backing off him. They know what he's got. He's dropping shoulder, ready to push and go, and it's a threat. So give me, just finish off with those players, if you don't mind.
Yeah, very similar to what you've been saying, Amondi, but Weghorst 6, poor tonight, but, he's been really good. Sancho, you don't like 6.5s, do you?
No.
I'll give Sancho a 6 then. Rashford a 7. Quiet game from Rashford tonight, but we'll let him off. Bruno gets an 8, and Anthony probably gets a 9, just for the fact he got the winner. And like I said earlier, I think that was the best 45 minutes he's had this season. If anyone disagrees with me, let me know.
Just going to go through what the boys are saying in the comments. Casemiro, the man we needed for years in midfield, he gets an 8, and that's from Jeff. Donovan saying Fred is an 8 because he was close to perfect in the second half, but it's not great. But not the great in the first half. Okay, fair enough. DM Vlogs is saying centre backs both 10s, both Shaw and Wan-Bissaka and Dalot. Shaw for 8, 7s for Dalot and Wan-Bissaka. Fred and Casemiro and Bruno 8. Rashford 7 with Garnacho 8. Anthony gets an 8. Weghorst and Sancho gets 6. We've got Casemiro is a 7, steady and loses the ball in opportune times. He's saying there. And we've got Rashi 8 by Jeff, Weghorst 5, Bruno 7, Sancho 5, that's low, 7 for Anthony and 7 for Garnacho as well. Weghorst a 6. And we've got one here, David De Gea 7. No one can play so many games not being so good for United. But yeah, Eric Ten Hag has other issues to fix in the summer. While this summer we can solve the David De Gea thing. And big up Emma, she's saying, love seeing Garnacho receiving information from Ten Hag, but also talking to Ten Hag. Shows he understands what Ten Hag wants. We're gonna man of the match for me was Martinez. That's clear. He gets a 10. Any argument with that?
No, 100% Amondi.
Okay,
Martinez for me. Yeah.
Man of the match, guys. Just throw your man of the match in because we're going to talk about the last topic now, which I want to talk about, and it's come up on the banner right now. Very important. The manager. No, that's not the manager. That's Stuart Marshall. But let's talk about the manager, guys, because I think, look where we were last year. Would we have beaten Barcelona last year the way we were playing? There's a couple of things.
Sorry, go on.
Go, Stuart. No, go on. Let's see what you say.
It's not even last year. Look at the start of the season. First game against Brighton, we lost 2-1. Brentford got absolutely annihilated 4-0. Everyone was saying, that's it, we're done. Right. And then since then, it's just changed. The guy's worked miracles. He's the best signing we've had since Fergie retired.
Yeah, I 100% believe you.
100%.
Character. Let's talk about, because I was watching an interview with Bruno and Rio Ferdinand. Did you see that? And Bruno was saying, look, we were a bit shocked when he showed his laws or what he expects from the team. And some people were saying, well, I'm sure he's going to let someone in the senior team get away with certain stuff. But no, Rashford got banned for turning up late. We saw the saga of Ronaldo. And I'm sure that sets precedent around the club to say, playtime's over, guys. You either be a professional or you're out. Don't you reckon? Is that a major factor?
Same with Ronaldo, whether you're the best player or not. You know, no one's bigger than the club on Monday. You give any nonsense to anyone, you're out. You're out the door. Ten Hag's not going to take any shit off anyone. So yeah, that's what we need.
And what other factors do you think about Ten Hag? What makes us so good now? Let's talk about him because it's all about the manager now, guys. And by the way, it's unanimous. I mean, even Ryan chipping in saying Martinez, absolute warrior. Yeah, let's talk about the manager, guys. What other factors? So we're talking about his discipline, and you know that sets a president around the club so that all the players know, man, I can't F around here. What other things? Like, let's talk tactically and being a manager. It's a very difficult job. I know, you know as well. But what other factors do you think are making this guy the boss, the real boss out here?
I think he's just brought the belief back to the players on Monday. And, you know, look under Ollie, the way it finished with Ollie. Players just, I mean, even under Ranić, the players lost belief. Ranić's brought the belief back to the club. He's brought energy. He's brought everything back to the club we need. Long may it continue.
Ranić?
Oh, no, not Ranić.
You said Ranić.
No, but no, not Ranić.
All right. I think tactically as well. I mean, the adjustments he makes in the game, we've seen that. The evidence is all there now. Also, to get in-game management, certain times throughout the game, you have to make slight adjustments and organise. We've got a guy who stands on the technical area, barking out orders. He's there, like, getting it. I'm sure he'd like to sit back and just let the guys know what to do, but obviously he has to drill that through to them. So he's intense. He's a bit of a monster of intensity, isn't he? Getting that through to his players.
He knows when to make the change at the right time, and that's what he's doing continuously, game after game after game.
Donovan's saying, for me, Ten Hag has got these players believing in each other, believing that they're good enough to beat anyone. We see that today, didn't we?
Yeah.
And we got Montreal saying Ten Hag did a hell of a coaching job at halftime with the 3 subs, and then with the subs. Whatever he said eventually changed the pace of the game in the second half. Magnificent. Stuart, you're right here, says MEFC Montreal. Stuart is right. It's one thing to bring discipline, but it's another thing to bring belief in the players. Ten Hag does that all. And Emma's saying here, everyone is equal in Ten Hag's eyes. Young, old, it doesn't matter, for sure. Guys, I mean, there's more coming in. Sorry, let me just go through. Ben, respect to you, Ben. He's saying Ten Hag has made the team play for him from game 2. When he made them do extra running, he did it with them, and he's built a team around that. They're all behind him, aren't they? This is a special day. I mean, sure, special days, man. Where does this rank for you? Since we haven't had many special days in recent years, but we've had a lot of special days this season. Is this the best performance and result? Beating Arsenal, beating Man City, beating Liverpool. Where's this rank right now?
See, no, I mean, to be honest, I mean, obviously I wasn't there tonight, but I was at the Liverpool game when we won 2-1 when Sancho, who got the other one? I can't remember now. But anyway, that's what it's all about.
Anthony? Oh, sorry.
Was it Anthony?
No.
I can't remember. Who scored? I was there, for God's sake. Yeah. But anyway, no. You can't beat European nights at Old Trafford, whether it's the Europa League or Champions League on Monday. So, like I said, I wasn't there tonight. I know some guys who were there tonight. I had a few conversations. The atmosphere was incredible. Always is for European night. So, up there, it's probably one of the best performances of the season on Monday, I think.
Yeah, I'm up there. I
Second half.
Yeah, and away from home as well. The result away from home was really good. That was an eye-opener for me as well. Yeah. So we're at this stage, so it's better to have... We don't want to look back in like September saying, oh, that was the best performance in September. We're getting better by each game, each day, each training session. We seem to be getting better. So how does it look for Sunday and beyond? Because we've got to play Liverpool. Are we in a title race? We're still in all these competitions. How does that feel to you? I mean,
title race.
Be honest. It's all right. I know people might try and clip you or whatever, but be honest here. Are you fearful of any teams out here based on what you're seeing as a manager right now?
I'm not scared of anyone. Even if we played City again, Arsenal. I know we've not got to play City or Arsenal again. We've only got Liverpool. I think we've got Spurs. We've got Spurs away still, but that's nothing.
Yeah.
But teams are scared of us again. Teams are coming to Old Trafford now, like it was under the Ferg era. Teams are scared coming to Old Trafford again on Monday, and that is what Ten Hag's brought back, and that is what we want.
I'm going to go through the last few comments, guys, and then we're going to shut this down because I'm sure you want to get to bed and stop listening to us. But you can tell, go into work tomorrow, go and speak to all your friends and tell them, I told you so, we're on the move. Big one here from Jeff. He said, discipline for everyone makes everyone accountable. That's I totally agree with that. That's a brilliant comment there. Donovan saying, Ten Hag speaks football. Players seem to understand how he wants them to play. Our players have become intelligent. Beautiful comments, guys. Keep them coming. DN Vlog said Ten Hag is one and he will be for a long time, long time. Ten Hag is the one and he'll be the one for a long time. Glory, Man United. Big up, man. True Donovan. Now that the players are following the plan, the results are coming. Eric Ten Hag has installed belief and knowing. Donovan again is saying Ten Hag has made United the most exciting football project in the world. It seems like every footballer in the world. We want to be a part of us. And finally, thinking of you tomorrow, Stuart. That's from
Cheers,
Glenn.
bro.
You could make Glenn as well. So
Cheers,
yeah,
bro.
I mean, your dad would have loved that performance. Would love to see how we're playing right now. And my thoughts are with you for tomorrow for the funeral. You go and represent. You are the man now, Stuart. You represent for your father, and he's made a great investment in all of you. As they say, the vineyard. This is your vineyard. He's watered it. He's nurtured it, and now you have everlasting life in your father has everlasting life in your children, and you represent him really well, my brother.
Cheers,
Take
mate.
care.
It's just coming from this tonight to tomorrow. It's just it's terrible, isn't it? But there you go. That's life.
Yeah, indeed. And guys, big up to Stuart as well, obviously for his big day tomorrow, and big up to our very own Stephen Fleetley as well, who's actually in a coma right now. Not to be miserable or be morbid or anything, but we have to celebrate people's lives and people who've made an impact in the football community as well. So love you guys, and thank you for everyone who's tuned in today. It's been fantastic. We love all your comments. They were really good today. Hope you enjoyed the game. And we'll be back to talk about the other big game coming up this week very soon. That'll be tomorrow. But from us, from Stuart Marshall, from myself, we're signing out. God bless everyone. See you later.